Hello everyone, this is Wealth Accumulation Channel. Warren Buffett. Every year, Charlie Munger is invited to attend the shareholder meeting. Whenever he finishes speaking, he always asks for Munger's opinion. And Munger has always been cowardly. Say I have nothing to add. Munger was absent for a year. Buffett puts up Munger's photo. Reverse with tape recorder. Replay that sentence, I have nothing to add. He explained that I couldn't live without Munger for a moment. He made me evolve from a star to a human. As a behind-the-scenes strategist, Charlie Munger has been regarded as Buffett's secret weapon. He is not only a master in the investment world. He is the winner of Life Against Fate. Munger originally came from an excellent family background. Plunged into extreme poverty due to the Great Depression. Between ups and downs, he reversed his fate and made a fortune by himself. Life ups and downs. Anyone can suddenly fall into poverty. But many people are busier and poorer than Munger. To help everyone out of poverty. Munger's life experience. Poor Charlie's Almanac. This book collects his blockbusters over the past 20 years. Talk and speech. It is the crystallization of Munger's life wisdom. If you want to end the vicious circle of poverty and busyness as soon as possible, take a look at these 7 suggestions given by Munger. A frequent read. In the book, scholar Lilu talked about a past event. He had the honor of being invited to breakfast by Charlie Munger many years ago. After he arrives on time, found Munger absorbed in his newspaper. Even more incredible. The next few meetings. Even if he arrives an hour early. Munger. Every date. He saw Munger sitting there alone from a distance. Quiet reading and reading newspapers. Later. With the deepening of understanding, Lilu just learned that Munger has the habit of reading early. Munger is notoriously fond of reading. Buffett called him a 2-cornered bookcase with legs. He gets up at 6 o'clock every day. Find a place to read. Tell him about the smartest people I've met in my life. There is no one who does not read every day. Books are like 3 meals a day. It's hard for you to tell its specific utility. But while reading, knowledge is quietly transformed into nutrients. Enrich the mind and broaden the horizon. Only under the guidance of knowledge. Only by anticipating the wind and identifying opportunities. Whenever. Make money with knowledge. It is a shortcut that every ordinary person can take. 2. Refuse to follow the crowd. Munger in the tome. Repeatedly mentioned Columbia Advertising Agency. He is a leader in the industry in his city. Almost monopolized the entire market. With the rise of the real estate industry, manager Jack Welch has gone with the flow. He spends billions to build hotels. As a result, the market is saturated and the hotel cannot be sold at all. Hundreds of millions of funds were wasted. The original company was in trouble due to broken cash flow. And Jack Welch himself was ridiculed by his peers. Wang Ji said that it was not the market that hurt Welch. It's the stupid conformity of society. Giving up independent thinking and lack of prudent judgment. Run in the footsteps of others. Will end up in a dead end. The cake in the market is that big. The flock of people is destined to leave empty-handed. When I first worked with Munger, Buffett, like most investors, only buy cheap stocks. But Munger strongly recommends to buy expensive stocks of big companies. Because large companies have great growth potential. Their shares are more valuable. A few years later, the companies that buy cheap stocks are mostly mediocre. But Buffett's company has risen to the top. Buffett sighs. A partner who never follows others is one of the best mechanisms your company has. Actually, it is not easy for those who follow the wind. Every change of track. It takes a lot of effort. But sadly this effort is reactionary forces scatter our energies. However, under the fierce competition, people can only concentrate all resources to win. Munger says, if you're not popular because you're a maverick, then let them go. Shielding from external interference and insisting on correct judgment. With continued courage and patience. In exchange for wealth. 3. Reverse thinking. Poor Charlie's almanac records an adventure of Munger's. One day he went for a walk in the fields. Strike up a conversation with a farmer. The farmer said, if only I knew where I died. Then I will never go to that place. Munger thinks so. Know how to suffer. People will be happy. If you know how to lose money, you know how to make money. There are many problems in life. Just think in reverse and you'll find the answer. Munger's reverse thinking. For everyone. Think about what you do will be painful. Alcoholism, drugs, illnesses, depression. That in turn stays away from bad habits and insists on exercising to adjust emotions. You will be happy. What do you do to stay poor? Mechanical work, hard work, reckless inefficiency, effort. In turn, actively seek knowledge and actively explore. People will not be poor. The struggle between business and life is like a formation. Head-on confrontation cannot break through. Going to the rear and raiding is also a tactic. Detour to the opposite side of the problem when the problem blocks the way. To find a breakthrough. Real masters know how to do the opposite. Know the source of the problem. Not far from solving the problem. For do what you can. In the book, Munger also talked about a very special experience. By chance, he met an old Japanese lady. Learned that he runs a small furniture store. To help him make money, Munger gave a lot of advice. For example, cross-bank operation, entering the stock market, and opening chain stores. But they were rejected by the old lady one by one. The old lady's reason is very simple: I just do what I understand. Things. When Munger heard this, he felt that this sentence made sense. A person can only focus on what is within his ability to become an expert. In the book, Munger proposed the concept of a circle of competence. He said he was a man of real ability. Only do things within your circle of competence. They see their boundaries. Never do anything unsure. Unfortunately, people tend to overestimate their abilities. Just qualified for the job. Just want to challenge more difficult tasks. Tried hard but ended in failure. Just applied for the professional title exam. I feel that I have enough energy to apply for another class immediately. All the results failed. Entrepreneurship has just started to improve, eager to diversify management. In unfamiliar territory. Lost all money. We are in a hurry. I have long forgotten that the key to a city is to do what it can. People can do well in the field they are familiar with. Not for my own business. No matter how much you pay, it will be nothing. Munger said, don't complicate things. Always remember what you can do. Human energy is limited. Precise projection in defined area. To hit the bullseye of wealth. 5 Sense of purpose. Professor Graham. One of Munger's most respected friends. After Ph.D. Graham receives invitations from college and Munger at the same time. Great sincerity on both sides. But the conditions given are worlds apart. Being a professor pays less than half what making an investment. But Graham chose the former without hesitation. At first he took a meager salary. Become a teacher in obscurity. But in the end Graham relied on academic research. Gained a higher social prestige. Munger sighs. Everyone has to think clearly. What kind of life do you want to live? When the goal is clear, people will not be disturbed. Steady progress toward the ideal. I saw such a case in the book. A11, 2 newcomers in the workplace. I hope that my performance can enter the top 3 in the company. B has no goal. Just to get a monthly salary. In the work, there is a focus on learning how to plan a plan. How to market to customers. How to collaborate with colleagues. But B is like a handyman. Helping people copy for a while, running errands to buy coffee for a while. I'll clean up the conference room later. After half a year, I successfully produced a few sales. Get promoted. Was indeed appointed as a utility assistant to continue doing odd jobs. In fact, both of them worked very hard. But it turned out to be a favor more than worth it. Spoil yourself a favor. The goal is the beacon of life. Only by lighting the lighthouse can we see the way ahead. Not to get lost in the jungle of life. Is there a clear goal? Largely determines how far a person can go. Don't rush. We can use hard work to get back what we want. 6 less want to do more. Some say Charlie Munger is the lucky one in the investment world. But actually, the life script he got was very bad. His family business went bankrupt when he was 5. At the age of 6, I have to work in a grocery store. At the age of 17, Pearl Harbor broke out. He interrupted his studies to enlist in the army. At the age of 29, in order to treat his son with leukemia. Broke again. He didn't meet Buffett until he was 35. Started his own business. Someone asked how you survived. Munger replied that thinking less and doing more. In the book he repeatedly emphasizes. One must think of simplicity. Do it seriously. No matter how much you think about trouble. Also make yourself exhausted. It's better to take care of yourself and heal yourself with work right now. Wait for the turning point. Have you ever had this experience? Difficulty in sleeping and eating when encountering some difficulties at work. Afraid of messing up and being ridiculed. I'm afraid of being envied if I do well. When encountering career bottlenecks, or encountering unemployment by chance. Depressed, guessing the outside world's opinion every day. Live tremblingly. Many times we are not physically tired, but was overwhelmed by internal friction. Thinking too much is another kind of tiredness. As a result, I can't exchange money like I'm busy. When we spend a lot of our energy thinking wildly, life will be at full capacity. What is the best state of life? Is to concentrate on study and work to deal with accidents. Solve the problem. And all this requires us to cut our minds. Take action. Don't think about the way out, use things to find the way. There is a way for talents. 7 Lifelong learning. Peter Kaufman is a Munger admirer. Author of Joan Charlie S. Cannon. He was the one who assembled hundreds of Munger's papers, compiled into a book. In the book, he carefully compared Munger and Buffett. Discover Munger's greatest strengths. Have multiple thinking systems. Munger is not only an investment expert, but also a psychologist, economist and thinker. He covers a wide range. From building a house to steering a ship. To compilation statement literary review. Recognized by professionals. Peter once asked him why he kept learning. still learn so much. Munger says the future belongs to lifelong learners. The age of knowledge explosion. Only those who are constantly recharging can seize the opportunity to realize the leap. Today's society. No one can make money through suffering. Everyone is fighting for intelligence. We play a mind game. And one's greatest advantage. I am constantly improving myself. Only by insisting on long-termism in learning. Time will work on us. The growth of wisdom, the improvement of the ability to accumulate experience. It never happens overnight. Only lifelong learning. In order to use a better self. With the help of the olive branch that fate throws at any time. There is a set of classic questions and answers in Joan Charlie's book. A young entrepreneur asked Munger what I was going to do. To be a rich old man like you. Munger smiled and said. It's easy when you wake up every day. Strive to be a little smarter than you were yesterday. Only make yourself better and better. You are worthy of growing wealth. Charlie Munger is not gifted. No prominent family background and no good luck. His life can be learned by every ordinary person. He let us see. Making money is never just physical work. We need to use our cognition and wisdom. If you blindly follow the tide, people only fall into the world of poverty. An opportunity to get rid of mediocrity and improve cognition. Lifelong learning. If you like my channel, you can click to subscribe. Try to expand your circle of competence. Insist on learning. We can all live in abundance. Hello everyone, this is Wealth Accumulation Channel. See you next time.